on the other side of the coin, we have the Giants, and while the Giants farm system is made up currently of a lot of really good position players that are starting to knock on the door. Joey Bart, most recently, has been just tearing it up so much that when Buster Posey went on the IL, he got the call up. Um, so, what did the Giants do in the draft? Out of their first 10 slots, they took 9 pitchers.
Wow.
Um, they kind of went pitcher crazy after taking position players over the last few years. But what I wanted to just focus on for a quick second was William Bednar, their first round pick. Now, the reason I want to focus on is William Bednar is the type of pitchers the Giants have drafted in the first round a lot. Unfortunately, of like the 14 or so pitchers that they've drafted with this type of makeup, Tim Lincecum's only really the only pitcher to really have performed at a high level in um, in the majors. So
And I just
I,
remember Lincecum just felt like such an outlier in so many ways, just because he was so small, but he had such a huge stride.
and
Like
he had such a jerk, like a weird, like his release was strange, and it's kind of like why the Giants were able to get him where they were able to get him that year. Um,
yeah, he was such an outlier to everything that you would assume. So he's kind of a unicorn in a lot of ways and a world champion. But so it's
yeah,
hard to argue with, but it's
but
hard to replicate.
well, right, and this pitcher doesn't have that style, but his makeup of pitches is similar, and there's
Okay.
also the makeup of pitches of like a Beatty, who's okay at best. Out of like those pitchers, Tyler Beatty, and I can't think of the other pitcher's name. It's only two of them who are even on a major league on the Giants major league roster right now. So what I'm basically saying is I have a little concern with William Bednar as their first round pick that they didn't go for someone with more plus stuff. I mean, he's one of those guys who sits like in the mid 90s with a fastball, sometimes tops out at 97, but is going to rely on a bunch of secondary pitches to make his game work. And that's what the Giants have done a lot in the draft and have not those players have not panned out for them. So it's kind of a bit of a head scratcher that they took that, especially with the newer regime in there now. I could
Hmm.
that made more sense prior to bringing the guys over from like the Red Sox and the Dodgers and that. But
Yeah.
like, I mean, maybe this guy is another Tim Lincecum. What do I know? I'm not a scout. I don't work for despite popular belief, I don't work for a major league organization because of how much shit I'm right about. But anyway,
Yeah.
it was just a bit of a it was just a bit of a head scratcher for me, and I have to say, like, I'm happy that they did get some. I think some of their later picks, to me, kind of like what you were just talking about, that compensation pick or whatever the Tigers had. I feel like some of the pitchers they got later may have a better upside than their first overall pick.
Yeah.
So